What's going on, everybody? I'm SystemCheck66. Now, I was going to make a video just basically on the Resident Evil reboot set photos because there's a few new ones that have come out, but there's only like 2 or 3, so it wouldn't be a very long video. So what I thought I'd do is I'd talk about a number of things which I've wanted to do anyway, so why not just compile it into one video. So first we're going to look at Sega's recent announcement to cut in 650 employees and also asking them to voluntarily retire. So they're going to cut executive salaries as well. My thoughts on this. Okay, let's read it. So following this week's news that Sega Sammy is set to sell all its majority of its shares in Sega Entertainment, the company has now announced that it is asking 650 employees to voluntarily retire and will slash the salaries of top executives. The company, formed by a merger of both Sega and Sammy in 2004, has revealed its plans in a newly published notice of forecast document, as spotted by Kotaku. The notice reads, "In light of the situation that many of our group's businesses are significantly affected by COVID-19, we have established a structural reform committee to reform our organisation structure to adapt to external environment. In order to recover earnings at an early stage and achieve sustainable growth in the future, we consider that it's necessary to promote cost reduction centered on fixed expenses and build an even more efficient system, and decided to call for voluntary retirement of employees. This call for voluntary retirement has been issued to a total of 650 full-time and contracted employees, asking for a retirement date of 28th of February 2021. Those who choose to take the option will receive a payment of extraordinary retirement allowances and re-employment support." Right, so, okay. They're saying we expect to record approximately 10 billion yen as extraordinary losses, structural reform expenses in fiscal year ending March 2021. Right, okay, so a company as big as Sega will have to give their employees a payout. But the fact that they asked them to voluntarily retire, that screams alarm bells. Because if they do decide to be dodgy fuckers, the people that sign this this document, that are voluntarily retiring, could end up finding themselves with not a massive payout, even though they said that. Now, it depends on whether these people read the contracts, because I'm sure they will. They'll read these contracts, and I'm sure it will say the amount that they'll get, and they'll be paid accordingly. But the fact that Sega are saying, look, can you voluntarily retire? It's a bit of a piss take. Let's be honest. It takes the piss. At the moment, everything's crazy. Companies like Sega, as big as Sega, and loads of other companies, they are in the shit. There's small businesses in England that are being asked to close their doors because the government deem it so. And it's ridiculous. They're coming into these businesses and they're saying, can you shut down, please? And the business owners are saying, well, are the government and the councils going to help me then with a payout? You're going to sustain my wage that I earn from my business. These are people that own these businesses. That's their only income. So, look, I have no doubt that Sega will pay these people accordingly. But the fact that they've asked 650 employees to voluntarily retire, it screams alarm bells. It's really bad. And in other news, they are also closing down arcades as well, I believe. I'm guessing in Japan, because there's not really a lot of arcades left in the rest of the world, other than Japan. So, things are not looking good for Sega. I will say that. I think they're still going to keep going, definitely. But the fact that they've had to issue this notice, they're going to cut jobs, they're going to slash the salaries of top executives. Not good signs at all. So we're starting off with the bad news first off, and we're going to go into the good stuff. Go over. We've got some new Resident Evil set photos, and it looks incredible. Let's be honest, it looks incredible in terms of sets. And we brought in, I've seen a video of Wesker, the guy playing, and he seems like a really cool dude. I think we'll get to that in a minute. we'll find that. But first off, let's have a look at these new set photos. So this is new, and it just looks good. Let's be honest. I'm very impressed. I'm liking it. All the production people here, they almost look like zombies. I think that's what they kind of were going for when they took the picture. But the RPD, the front of it looks so good. Looks sick. I'm loving this. The burning fire truck, I think that is, or just truck. Like, just the amount of mist and stuff. Yeah, very, very impressive. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy. Very happy in terms of sets, at least. We've already seen these ones here, but we got some new photos here. It says welcome to the RPD, I'm guessing, and this looks like it's on the other side of it, so that's pretty cool. Go down. We've seen this one before. Seen that one. Do you know what I'm trying to find? There was a photo of like an old school 90s police car that they're using on set, and it looked very, very cool. Very like 1998 type of style. So he's actually obviously setting it in 1998, and I like that. And he's really going into detail in terms of the police cars and how everything's going to look, very 90s. So yeah, I found some more photos here, and this is one of the police car, which is pretty cool. Well, that's blurry. It's a blurry one, a bit pointless putting that up. Here we go. So as you can see, very 90s police car. We've got Raccoon Police Department on the side of it. Liking it. Very, very cool. There's another shot of the RPD. It's very cool. And I think that might be our lot, to be honest. Yeah, I think. Oh, there's another one here. There's loads kind of drip feeding and coming out. So there's another shot of it, I believe. It's very, very cool. Is that the RPD? Yeah, that's the RPD before it was, fully built like here, like we see it here. One more look at this. Looks amazing. Looks really, really cool. Okay, so I'm going to try and find the video of Wesker's actor really quickly. So give me a minute. So yeah, here's the video of Wesker's new actor, Tom Hopper.
Hello, this is a message.
And we don't get much out of him, but it's good to see kind of what he looks like and how he sounds. He's an English actor, so I'm hoping he's gonna.
That is an excellent effort on trying to get me to talk about what we're doing on the movie, but I'm not gonna. Very clever though. But I can tell you it's all going very well, and hopefully you'll be very pleased. Next thing, congratulations on your marriage, Sonny Chow. It's Sonny Chow.
I'm hoping he's going to have that American
spell your real name?
English suave accent that he has.
I'm going to name my next kid, if I ever have another kid. Probably won't, because they're a handful. I'm going to name him Sonny Chow. What a name. And the other thing I need to say is, what on earth are you doing eating a chicken breast smoothie?
It's a bit weird. You'd name him Sonny Chow, but anyway.
I'm all about people working out and moving more, so well done. But maybe ease off the chicken breast.
So he just goes on about the breast smoothie, but it's good to sort of,
Cook a chicken breast. Loads of love. Mwah.
Cool. So yeah, that was Tom Hopper, Wesker's actor for the Resident Evil reboot. We got to see kind of what he's like as a person, etc., etc. I'm hoping he's as good as at acting as he is, like just chatting to fans and stuff. I've heard he is really good in. Is it Umbrella Academy? Is he the guy from Umbrella Academy? I might be getting that wrong. But anyway, I've heard he's decent in whatever series he's in. So I'm hoping he's got that suave American sort of posh American, slightly British accent that Wesker has. That would be very cool. I mean, Wesker is actually American, to be honest, but he does have that weird accent that could be placed almost British, So, yeah, so that's all the Resident Evil news that I can cover at the moment. But we're going to get off this and we're going to talk about the Uncharted movie. That's right. You guys are probably thinking, why isn't he talking about Uncharted? Because I love the series. I love the Uncharted series. Why isn't he talking about the film yet? Maybe because when I heard that Mark Wahlberg was going to be in it, I was like, that's an instant slap. That's a slap to the face. That's an instant no-no from me. But it depends on how he's directed and what the script's like. And with age, actors can, get a bit better. Let's just say their acting ability, it grows a little bit. So I'll just X out these other tabs. So again, after Sonic and Detective Pikachu, Silent Hill, it seems that film companies have realised that they need to get things on point. Even if the film kind of sucks, they need to get the sets on point, the clothes, how the characters act and stuff. They need to be on point when it comes to adapting video games and other source material. I mean, they've done it with Marvel Comics and DC Comics. Why can't they do it with with video games? So it looks like they're getting their act together, at least when it comes to the set design and at least the plot elements and things like that, and how the characters look and act. So Nathan Drake meets young Nathan Drake in the first Uncharted movie set photos. So first off, this looks really good. I like this. Very, very cool. It's very Uncharted. We've got that very blue tinge and hue. I don't know what the hell this is, but yeah, it looks very Uncharted. What else can I say? I'm liking it. Then we've got Nolan North meeting up with Tom Holland. Drake's diary here, which is cool. I think it's Drake's diary. I mean, it could be another, another. I'm trying to think of the word now. Not philosopher. God, Drake was I can't remember, but it could be. It could be like, how they had like Thomas Two's diary and things like that. Yeah, so it could be someone else, an explorer. That's it. It could be another explorer's diary. I'm guessing it could be Drake's, maybe. Anyway, we've got Nolan North meeting with Tom Holland. Very cool, and I'm guessing I'm pretty sure Nolan North will be telling them this is how Drake would act. This is how he would act in this situation and how he would sound. Because he loves the character. So let's have a look. Can't really see who that is, but it's definitely a traveller and explorer of some significance and importance. Now we do get to see Tom Holland in Drake's gear, and I've got to be honest, looking badass. Looking very, very close to the video game counterpart. This looks almost like Tibet or a pirate ship. Maybe pirate ship? Yeah, it's a pirate ship. That's a pirate ship that he's standing on. It's definitely a pirate ship because you can see the, well, yes, definitely. You can see where the flag would be, or at least on the mast. Yeah, definitely a pirate ship. So I guess incorporating some stuff from Uncharted 4. Don't get a look at Mark Wahlberg's mustache. So we've got a look at Mark Wahlberg's infamous Sully mustache. Yeah, and he's got it. I feel like obviously he's playing a very, very young version. Alright, yes, allow, bloody hell. A very young version of Sully. I'm hoping they maybe put some grey streaks in his hair or something, do you know what I mean? Because Sully is a fairly older gentleman. But yeah, looking alright. Looking cool. So he's got a video here.
Don't ask. Don't f***ing ask.
Still Mark Wahlberg. I don't know about Mark Wahlberg, man. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, you see this comment here. Tom Holland looks and sounds like a 16-year-old, and Mark Wahlberg as Sully. This movie is gonna blow. I mean, in terms of costumes, in terms of set, it's on point, just like the Resident Evil film. But Mark Wahlberg as Sully, Tom Holland, not so bad. Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I don't know. Say hi to your mother for me, okay? That is the thing that pops into my head every time I see Mark Wahlberg trying to act. So, yeah, the Uncharted film, I'm not sure. Like, I'm just gonna have to see a trailer, and the trailer's gonna literally show us what it's gonna be like, really. And the same with the Resident Evil film. I'm not saying the Resident Evil film is gonna be like amazing, like just because the sets look good and all the rest of it. But I do have faith. Like, I do. And I'm trying to have faith in the Uncharted film. We'll see. I don't see Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I really don't. They did have like a Hawaiian shirt. I'm not going to bother going to it, but it was just a Hawaiian shirt. Everybody's seen them before. But it did look very much like a shirt that Sully would wear. Yeah, and that's it really. I think that's the end of the video, because I think that's all that I can think to cover at the moment. Anything else, then yeah, I'll bring you guys another video. Uncharted movie, this is where I stand with everything. Sega, don't think they're going to disappear. I do think they're going to carry on. They're going to get through the pandemic, but like you've seen, there's going to be a lot of job losses and a lot of restructuring. They are kind of like a lot of businesses at the moment, hanging on by a thread. And if you think it's hard for a big ass business like that, then imagine what's happening to all these small, owned businesses. It's not good. It's terrible. Like these people are having to read up on their law and and try and keep their business open, because the governments and stuff want to shut them down. At least in England, our government wants to shut these poor people down. So I don't think Sega's going to disappear, but they're definitely having to restructure and change some things. The Uncharted film, like I said, it could go either way. It really could. Everybody thought Sonic was gonna blow. Everybody thought Detective Pikachu was gonna suck, and it turned out people enjoyed those films. So maybe Mark Wahlberg can actually bring us a decent version of Sully. But I highly doubt it. I'm sorry. Other than Four Brothers and maybe a couple other films, I don't really rate Mark Wahlberg too highly as an actor. Tom Holland's cool. I like Tom Holland. Also, he's a British actor, so much like Tom Hardy, doing big things as a Brit. But at the same time, do I see him as Drake? I kind of do and I kind of don't. He's got that playful kind of snarky attitude, definitely. He's been working with Nolan North. They've invited Nolan North to the set, and that's pretty cool. That's that's something at least. And Nolan North loves Drake as a character, so he will be imparting some wisdom onto them. Whether they take that advice and what he says, who knows. So this is up in the air, definitely. But in terms of set, at least from this and costume design, yeah, very, very cool. I like it. It's big budget, at least, so there's money going into it. With the Resident Evil movie, in terms of set photos with that one, the fact that Lisa Trevor's going to be involved, the 90s police cars and things, the 90s aesthetic that they're filming it under, love it. I think that's great attention to detail. They could have literally been lazy and being like, okay, it's just set in present day. They didn't. They've gone all out, and they're setting it in 1998. They've got all the kind of stuff from the 90s stuck in there. I thought the RPD looked incredible. It really does look good, and that's what I want to see. Something that's so close to the games visually, and also at least the story will follow it. Like, I don't think the story is that garish, yeah, and it's not moving away too heavily from the source material like those shitty Paul Anderson movies did. It's just placing like Jill and Chris, I'm thinking anyway, in Raccoon City during the outbreak, and Claire and Leon are meeting up with them. Casting choices. I don't mind the casting choices. First off, Effie from Skins, I can't remember her name, but the actress's name, but she played Effie in Skins. She's a really good actress. Really good actress. So I have no issues with her playing Claire. She'll do a good job, believe me. Then you've got obviously the guy who's playing Wesker, Tom Hopper. He seems like a cool dude. I've heard he's really good in the series that he acts in, so I've got faith. And he does look a bit like Wesker, once they do the hair and stuff and give him the sunglasses and kit him out in the suit, I think he'll be a really cool Wesker. Plus he's built as well, and that's something you know what I mean. Like, in fact, the old Wesker, the guy who played Wesker before, he was actually pretty cool, and he was built like pretty sick. So yeah, no problems with that. Chick playing Jill, cool. She actually does look like Jill Valentine, and yes, I know she's mixed. Jill is originally I think it's half white, half Japanese, I believe, so she's half Asian, half white, and obviously the woman playing Jill is mixed. So her mother's Norwegian, of Norwegian descent, white, and her father is African, of African descent, black. Okay, and she's playing Jill Valentine. Now, one, she looks like Jill, and two, she's fucking gorgeous. So I'm all for her playing Jill Valentine. When it comes to Evan Jogia, he's of Indian descent and also white, and I think he'll do a good job playing Leon. In Zombieland Double Tap, he wasn't given enough room to really show off what he was made of. That's my personal opinion. I think he's more suited to the hero, you know, good-looking dude, no homo, yeah, type role, okay? Now, as someone who is of mixed descent myself, I'm a quarter Burmese. Well, in fact, I'm actually a quarter Anglo-French, Burmese, Portuguese. If we want to get specific. So there's a lot of blood running through my veins, and obviously mixed with white. I have no issue with them changing characters like they are, you know, and whatever, okay? Because I think these actors are going to bring something to the table in terms of how they're going to portray these characters. So yeah, like, we're forgetting Jill Valentine is white mixed with Asian. Okay, she's white and of Asian descent as well, Japanese to be exact, I believe. So yeah, like, I don't have an issue with that. Like, and I know some people are gonna have an issue because they say, oh well, Leon's white and Jill's white. Well, you know, she's mixed or whatever with Asian, so they're sort of like taking that away and all this other crap. But to be honest, literally, I couldn't give a damn. I really couldn't give a damn, and not because I'm mixed myself. I literally couldn't give a damn. I think these actors are great. I really, really like Hannah John Kamen, and she is fit as well, and she does look like Jill, and I think she's going to be badass. She showed she was badass in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She really did, so I think she's going to be a really good Jill. I think the actress playing Claire is going to smash it. I really do, because I love that actress. I think that Evandra Gia, I think in this role, you know, the hero type role, I think he's going to be cool. I think he's going to do a good job. And the guy playing Chris, I don't know too much about him, but there's been sort of like photos where they've dressed him up as Chris, and he looks like Chris, so I'm happy with that. And the guy playing Wesker, obviously, you know, we've just watched the video. He seems like a cool dude. He seems like he's going to bring some stuff to the table. And the actor playing Birkin, he's actually a really cool actor. He's actually a very good actor. I know he was in Chun-Li, whatever the fuck that film was, and that sucked, but normally he's a really cool actor, and he's very creepy in like bad guy roles, so I think he's going to bring a lot to the table with Birkin. So everything, I've talked about that now, because I know it's in the air and it's something of contention, and it's called controversy and blah blah blah. I'm someone that didn't have an issue with Scarlett Johansson playing Major Kusanagi in the Ghost in the Shell movie. I really didn't have an issue with that, seriously. And you know what I mean, half of Japan didn't either, because they were giving their opinions and thoughts. And like, the creator of Ghost in the Shell said, yeah, but it's a shell. She's a cyborg. She's an android, whatever. Well, two different things, but she's a cyborg. I'm getting that right? Go in the comment section if I'm getting that wrong, whether she's a cyborg or an android. But I'm going with cyborg. She's a cyborg, so that shell that she's inhabiting, that is, you know, part of the company that made her. That's the design that they make. Yeah. So there you go. Like, if you want an example, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator franchise, you know, he's not actually Austrian, is he? He's a machine. Okay, so Skynet made him to talk like that, and but realistically, he's not actually Austrian, is he? He's a machine. Yeah, he's a endoskeleton covered with, you know, tissue. So that's my point I'm trying to make. Like, if we want to get semantic, and we want to get into it and talk about this controversy, which, you know, people will want to know my thoughts on it, I don't have an issue with both those actors playing those characters. There you go. So that's my take on everything. I think the Resident Evil film looks the most promising out of the Uncharted and the Resident Evil, you know, out of the video game films that are coming soon. But we're going to have to see. We'll see if the director really does have a love for the source material. He's showing his love in terms of the characters that are appearing and how the sets look, and I'm guessing the costume's going to look sick as well. And the fact that Lisa Trevor's involved in this is really cool, because in my last video I said Lisa Trevor is more a fan favourite sort of like character. Yeah, only like fans really know about that character. People outside of the you know, the fandom, or people don't really necessarily like Resident Evil or know about Resident Evil, they don't know too much about sort of some of the smaller monsters featured in the series. Like, Lisa Trevor's only in the remake, she appears in the remake, and that's it. Whereas tyrants and stuff, and lickers, and even hunters, the nemesis, they're quite iconic. People know about them more so outside of, you know, the fandom. So I like that. It shows that he knows what he's doing, but does he know what he's doing? That's the catch-22. You know, is he going to be able to, well, to make a film out of this, out of the source material, and make something that us lot like? That's still yet to be seen. So we'll have to see when the trailer drops and you know, when the film finally drops. But things are promising for this this reboot, definitely. I went into it with doubts, big doubts, and I was thinking, nah, it's going to be another flop. When I started reading about it and stuff, I instantly was put off. I was like, oh no, that doesn't follow the games. But you know what? Sometimes you don't have to follow the games that closely. You can do your own thing. That's what makes it interesting for people that have played the games like 120 times in their lifetime. It makes it interesting when they switch it up a little bit. And I mean, the great thing about that is if Claire meets with Chris, they can go on to adapt the story of Code Veronica, and that would open it up quite interestingly. You know what I mean? Like, Claire gets kidnapped, but instead of Steve meeting Steve, Chris goes to rescue her and finds her a little earlier on Rockfort Island, and then the film's just them two, you know, meeting characters along the way maybe. Steve could still be involved if they make him, like, you know, just less annoying and he's a bit of a badass. That could be cool. Or they could switch the story to the point of bringing Avan Jogia, yeah, into that film as well, playing Leon. Who knows? But for now, things are looking promising. So that's all from me. I think I've covered all the news that I can today. If you like the video, go ahead and smash the like button. Let me know what your thoughts are on the topics I've covered. And until next time, I've been System Check 66. Also, if you want to, subscribe. But yeah, I've been System Check 66, and I'm out of here.